Hey, YouTube. Well, thank you, ABC. They have gotten rid of that racist ass Roseanne. Okay, so about an hour ago, I was on my way out to do some errands. Uh, Stopped in a Safeway and I had my headphones on. So by the time they announced when I was leaving the house that Roseanne had made these disgusting tweets comparing Valerie Jarrett to a fucking ape. She said she's a cross between a monkey and some other and a Muslim or something or other. Anyway, it was disgusting and it was like her and the shit she's been able to get away with. This woman has got one of the top rated shows on television, and this is how she spends her spare time. This is wonderful. It's wonderful that ABC is taking a stand because by the time I got back an hour later, that brawl was history. So good. The only thing I see bad about this situation is she has just put probably 100 people out of work just so she can make racist tweets and say nasty things about black people. You would think someone at that level of show business would have enough sense to realize that this would be problematic. So problematic that she has now thrown 100 people out of work. So for a lot of those people on that show, this was their big comeback, right? This was their big comeback. I'm sure they went out and bought houses and Mercedes and things, thinking they got a secure job. They've got a top-rated show. But because Miss Roseanne, with all of her conspiracy theories and all of her racism and all of her oh, Lord have mercy. She's anti-Semitic. All of her remarks, she feels it's more important to put that out into the world than to perform her job, not make waves. It's not surprising this is a Trump supporter. This farce that Trump has put out there that he is for the working man, which never made any kind of goddamn sense. She's speaking for her people. He says she's one of us. Her show reflects us. What us? Donald Trump is a New York City billionaire. How he's convinced all these gullible ass people that he has somehow got something in common with them. Only thing he got in common with them was a racist attitude and a hatred of immigrants. That's how he got elected president of the United States. I guess she felt like if Trump can do it, I can do it. Well, bitch, it looks like you miscalled this one. But now your ass is out of work. Likely you will never work again in Hollywood. Very, very likely. Who's going to hire you after this fiasco? You should have been thinking about all the other people dependent on that show. All the other people who sit up there and took out mortgages thinking they had a secure job. All the camera people, all the people who worked on that show. ABC is not going to be able to employ all of them. Perhaps the people behind the scenes can maintain their jobs on another project. But those actors who basically haven't worked since the damn other show went off the air, had their big chance, and now your asses exploded it. All right, this is a wonderful sign of the times that this kind of behavior will not be tolerated. You cannot go in there calling that woman. Why do you go and call that woman an ape? That's pure racism. Racism. I don't know what my head is vibrating. My words are vibrating. I'm still on pain pills a little bit, so I guess that's what it is. Anyway, I'm so proud of ABC, Disney. I think Disney owns ABC. In other news, I like this dude. Now, I don't even have his name. I should have wrote it down. But this guy, the CEO of Starbucks, so he's closed all of his stores. I think in the thousands of stores for this training on their racial policies. Racial on their policies around inclusion, non-discrimination. I like the way he came to Philadelphia right away. I like the way he's doing this. I don't think it's just a gesture. I think it's a time for them to have their focus on this issue of what happened to these black guys in Philadelphia. I love that. I love that. I don't know how you can make someone else's racism right. He's doing the best he can. He stepped in, and I really appreciate that. I believe in giving people credit where credit is due. Some people just like to come on and just criticize. Criticize no matter what you do, they criticize it. I don't see it that way. I think if people do the right thing, then we should hold them up and celebrate them. So thank you, ABC, for firing that racist ass bitch, Roseanne. And thank you, the head of Starbucks CEO. I'm sorry I don't have your name offhand, sir, but I appreciate you. Do what you can. Next up, churches. Y'all need to be held accountable as well for all your hateful speech, hate speech you've been getting away with for years. I hope this thing hits you in the kneecaps as well. And recognize, people, that Donald Trump is complicit. Now I hear that his son, Donald Trump Jr., has been forwarding these conspiracy theories that Roseanne seems to enjoy sharing. Why is this important to that woman? You would think your plate would be full. Why is it important for you to go and call that woman a monkey? What did you get out of the deal? A few poor ass people that y'all done tricked, that y'all are on their side, and all for one for all, and all that bullshit. All this shit that Trump has researched and figured out how to get the presidency. A New York City billionaire, someone who enjoys being a billionaire, brags about it, talks about it constantly. He's going to pretend that he's one of the lower middle class. He has their values in mind. Child, he capitalized on your hatred. That's it. Nothing else. Okay, thanks, ABC. You did the right thing.